Hey everyone, how's it going? Do you want to learn how to massage yourself with a ball? In this video, you are going to learn some myofascial massage techniques to stretch and massage your whole body. So what does that look like? Well, you're going to learn massages for your feet, your calves, your glutes, your QLs, your neck, so much more. So follow along with the video and you are going to feel so amazing by the end. My name is Frances Eve. If we have not met yet, I have created Holy Stretch to help you learn how to feel good and feel free in your body. If this is something that you're interested in learning, like more stretches and massages, then give this video a subscribe and a like because there's more where this came from. All right, so go ahead and grab your ball. If you don't have a massage ball, you can use a tennis ball, lacrosse ball, any kind of ball really. You just want to make sure it has some durability so it doesn't squish down too much and you get a nice massage. All right, so grab that and a mat and follow me inside. All right, so first things first, we're going to start with the hip. And really this is getting into the gluteus minimus and the gluteus maximus. So these muscles are almost always really tight on most people. They're pretty much always really tight on me. And this can cause low back pain. And it can just cause discomfort when you're sitting and that kind of thing. So let's bring the ball underneath the hip bone. So you want to locate your hip bone and then rest the ball right underneath that. What you're going to do is melt your glutes onto the ball. Now, if you want to get more into the minimus, you want to lay more on your side. If you want to get more into the maximus, you want to bring the ball towards your spine. If you don't feel this, then make a figure 4 with your leg, and you should feel it. You should definitely feel it now. Making that figure 4 and rolling around. When you find a sore spot, just allow that spot to release. So with the ball, you want to do a bit of melting. It's just allowing that muscle to melt on the ball. And if you don't feel it still, cross that leg completely over. When you cross the leg, you get a bit different angle into the muscle. And we can get more into the piriformis by finding the middle of your glute and then rolling on that area as well. I think on this stretch I was actually rolling right over my sits bones, and that was getting a lot of relief. Sometimes when you work on the ball, you may feel blood rushing because your blood can be blocked if you have a lot of knots in one area. And then you'll feel all the blood rush back into the leg. Next, we want to get into the hamstring. So right underneath the IT band, that's where a lot of people feel like they're tight as well. This gets into the hamstring. This was a little bit more challenging to balance, so take your time. And I am going through these fairly quickly, so I highly recommend that you pause this video whenever you find an area that's very sore. I don't want you to rush through the area. I want you to relax and just melt into the ball. This is so amazing for the muscles, and sometimes the ball massage can be very painful, but then at the end you're gonna feel like soup. All right, so next we want to move the ball to the inside of the knee. So you want to lay on your side and then bring the ball right to the inner knee or the vastus medialis. And this area is very sore on most people, so you get to choose how much weight you put on it. And how you can do that is rolling towards your abs towards the ground or rolling away from the ground. That'll give you less pressure. Rolling towards the ground will give you more. Go ahead and roll the ball all the way up. And to get onto the quad, what you want to do is lift that foot so that you can create that rotation, that downward rotation, to get to the vastus intermedius. So the top of the quad. Rolling from the inner knee, lifting the foot, rotating to get to the top of the quad. All right, so let me show you how you do that. Putting the weight down on that inner thigh, then lifting the foot and working the quad. Now, if you want to get more onto the quad, then feel free to just lay on your belly and put the ball underneath there. But I really like to get the inner thigh as well because it's almost always pretty tight on me and on most people too. This area, your inner thighs can get tight just from sitting or being in one sort of position for a while. Rolling from the inside to the top of the quad. So you kind of get a double whammy in this stretch. And again, if you want to get just the quad, then feel free to let the ball sink into the top of the quad and melt onto. All right, let's switch over to the calf. So I do this one a little bit quickly. You might want to pause it when we do this one because it does feel really amazing. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit up. You're going to bring the ball to the inside of the knee. So having a bent knee, the ball comes to the inside. And then you're going to wrap your hands around your shin. And then squeeze the knee closed. Now this might be very tender for you, or you might not feel it as much. If you don't feel it as much, then try flexing the foot, and then you can make ankle rotations. This contracts the calf muscle, the gastrocnemius, and allows the ball to dig a little deeper into the muscle tissues. So experiment by pointing and flexing or rotating your foot. This also dips into the hamstring as well, especially if you put the ball a little bit further down. After you've done the calf, we're going to move on to the foot. So when you move on to the foot, put the ball in a place that feels sensitive. So this is going to be different for everybody. But what you want to do is, let's just start with the ball on the bottom of the toe, the big toe, in the middle of the foot. And you can roll a little bit on it. And when you find an area that's sore, allow the muscles in your feet to just sink into the ball and relax. If there are no sore areas, then feel free to roll around. And if you want to add more pressure, you can actually stand up while the ball is underneath your foot. Then you can add even more pressure and sink the ball into the muscles. Now, if any one of you have had shin splints, this is an amazing massage for shin splints. You're going to bring the ball to the outside of the knee. You don't want to roll on the shin bone. You want to roll on the muscle right to the right of the bone. Okay. And this is going to get your shin. You want to roll from the knee all the way down towards the ankle. And you can apply as much or as little pressure as you want here. So the tibialis anterior is a muscle that can get really tight, especially if you're walking uphill or you've been on a long hike, that kind of thing. So that's a great one for that. Make sure to bookmark that one. Next, we are working into the hip flexors. So with this one, actually, you can actually go deep into the psoas muscle, if you're familiar where that is. And how you do that is just bring the ball to the inside of the hip. And then you can bend at the knee to create more tension, contracting the muscles there. You can play with this one, kind of rotating the foot around, getting different angles of the hip flexors. Alright, so that's about it for the lower body. We're going to move on to the upper body now. So if you want to get the other side, you're welcome to pause this and then rewind it and start over on the other side. Or you can move up to the upper body. So what we're going to do is we're going to massage the QL, quadratus lumborum. This is the lower back muscles. Just go ahead and put the ball underneath the low back. And if you don't feel anything, make a figure 4 with your leg. So you just bring the ankle up onto the bent knee. And you can create more tension in the muscle, allowing the ball to dig even deeper into these back muscles. And I'm rotating my legs a little bit, trying to get different angles. So if this feels good to you, by all means, give it a try. Wiggle onto the ball. Find the areas where it hurts and melt into it. So this is a really, really awesome position because you can get the ball into the serratus anterior, and you can also move upwards towards your traps. So I would play with this, moving it over the scapula and also inside the scapula, trying different angles here. This is a really nice shoulder release. When you put it right underneath the shoulder, you can actually get into the teres, which can be super painful on the ball, but is very effective. And so that's going to be basically right above your armpit onto your shoulder blade. You'll feel where the teres is. And that's kind of like, sometimes it feels like a sharp pain when you get onto it. But when you relieve it, it feels amazeballs. Okay, so I didn't do that for very long. Feel free to pause and roll your back out. I'm showing you now how to get into the pecs. So just flip on over. You want to bring the ball to right underneath your collarbone. This is where your pecs are. And if you want to get deeper at different angles, feel free to move that arm around, move the shoulder around. Find where the tension is so you can release it. Making circles with the arm can give you a deeper angle. The ball into the muscle here. It's a nice way to open up the chest too, especially on the left side. And if you want to just relax down with the ball in your chest, be my guest. And lastly, we're going to get the neck, of course. So with the neck, you want to rest the ball right on the occiput. So how you find that is, it's just sort of on the left side, you'll feel a little bump right on the bottom, basically where your neck meets your head. And you want to rest the ball there. And then you notice on your right side you have one as well. This is your occiput on either side. And then when you're done rolling around on that, you can actually put it around the atlas, which is just the middle of your head where the neck meets the head. And resting the ball in this area can release so much tension. Not only does it release neck tension, but also release head tension and sinus pressure as well. It's really, really amazing. This is a good one. This is one that's worthy of a pause. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. I will definitely be making more roller myofascial videos that are a little bit slower paced, maybe a class, something like that. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, what you want to see, and subscribe to the channel so that you get updated on all the different kinds of stretching videos and self-massage videos that I have to offer you. Have a wonderful, beautiful day, everyone. Take care and stay feeling free in your body. Happy holidays. Bye.